what other sorts of matrix are you looking for or that you use to support the training programs that you currently have?
We have a lot of these training programs that don't have the evaluation built into them. I went to a Training Magazine webinar. They talked about predictive questions. And so I've been trying to implement those into our surveys. The one that seems like the most universally applicable is a learning game score. So you ask, what did you know before the training? And now that you've had the training, what do you know after the training? And you get kind of a difference and see if they've learned anything or feel like they learned anything. That's been useful to give numbers to our training. I don't know how solid the information is, but it is a number, which is not something we've had in the past.
Right. It's baby steps. That type of pre and post assessment, which several of you have already mentioned, more falls towards the line of level 2 evaluation, which is learning. What did they learn? Even that, like you said, it's better than just depending on level 1s, which are the smile sheets. It's one step closer, which is great. And that's where we all need to be. We need to be taking those one step closer to being able to really getting and assessing if this is adding impact or adding value to the business.
Right now, every keystroke in Salesforce is being recorded. We have a new knowledge management program where they can see how many people have opened the documents, how many people have clicked links. This is where L&D professionals really need to start going and saying, where is the data? Are they inputting the data correctly into Salesforce? How many problems there are? What is the average time that it takes people to input an order before the course? And then we teach them how to do it. Then what's the average time after? Is there a difference? Is their rate of input decreasing? Those are the questions that I'm asking. Then the resource issues come in. But I think by me even raising the issue, I'm starting to get people to think about it.
Well, and I think that's important because you can show causation there, or at least correlation. Our most successful salespeople do this. They access the documents. They go through this process, they use that process, right?
Are the people that are the most successful salespeople using the one-pagers that are supplied by marketing? That's a really great question. I don't think we've ever asked that.
How we are asking questions matter. What questions do we need the answers to? How are we going to find the answers to those questions? What data sets are we using? And a lot of times people will say that level 4 evaluations, that's hard to do. My pushback on that is that it's not hard, it's time consuming. Sometimes the data isn't available when you want it to be available. You have to wait for it. Safety data, for example, that might only be available once a quarter. It's not necessarily hard, especially if you plan it up front. Exactly, Heather. You want better data, ask better questions. There's all sorts of resources out there. You got Will Thalheimer, who has his own sort of evaluation matrix and the way to go about creating quote unquote level 4. He calls it something different. That's why I say quote. In his book. We can't say a training program has been successful if we haven't thought up front about what success is going to look like, because then the program may have been designed incorrectly.